Hello, but it's DemonRushGaming, and I'm back with part 2 of the draft. I was just taking a look at the draft board, but now we will move on. Like I said, I'm going to start going through this a lot quicker, so we can move on and get through this. I will still stop
The Dolphins are now
for stories.
The Dolphins have just picked up Dunbar. Adam, what can you tell us about him?
He's always been known as a smart runner, and if you just look at what he did at the All-Star game, you'd see why he gets that recognition. Every time he was handed the ball, there was no indecisiveness as he attacked the gap and didn't waste time reading the blocks. And when the line failed to open up anything, he still found ways to get a few yards. As Matt Miller put it, he may not be the strongest or fastest, but his vision more than makes up for any deficiency. He could very well become an every down back, which is exactly what this team could use.
That actually sounds like a really late,
are now on the clock.
good draft.
The Bears are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock.
So yeah, guys, hoping to have just
The Ravens are now
a good of a season as we did last time.
are now on the clock.
12-4.
The Colts are now
Absolutely an outstanding record to have,
the Chiefs.
I believe at least.
The Bills are now on the clock.
We lost a very good wide receiver and a very good defensive lineman, but besides that, still very solid overall. Hopefully we can do just as good and make it back to the Super Bowl. We'll have to see. It's going to be tough. Games aren't easy, guys. Hopefully we'll have a solid team, though.
Giants are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock.
Hey, look at tight end.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Wow, Jesus Roberts. Well, I'm really glad I stopped and I did not... Oh, okay, wait. Oh, yeah, we don't have a pick third round. I completely forgot about that. That's not healthy.
The
Okay.
Giants are now on the clock.
And they took a corner. Wow, that's ironic. The people that took Nate Washington from us have our pick. That's...
The Panthers are now on the clock.
That sucks.
Adam,
Okay.
what can you tell us about that last pick?
He's a Heisman-winning defender. Let me say that one more time. He won the Heisman, and he's a defensive player. Need I say more? You can imagine how well he played this season to win the biggest award in college over several offensive playmakers. The trophy was well-deserved, and according to Matt Miller, he projects really well as a defender in the NFL. I think this is a home run pick, and it's great to see a defender get some well-deserved recognition.
Why is he going in the 4th round if he was the Heisman winner?
The Browns are now
I don't know. That would unsettle me.
The Jets are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. Eagles pick is in. Let's go to Adam with more on Charles.
It seems every year draft experts put more and more value into a player's 40-yard dash time. So in his case, running the slowest 40 among skill position players definitely caused some concern. He blamed an injured foot for the poor result, but the injury didn't seem to affect the other drills. It didn't help that he chose not to run the 40 again at his pro day, perhaps to save himself from more embarrassment. He obviously ended up getting drafted, but you wonder how much better his stock would have been if he managed to turn in a faster time.
The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. All right, let's go to Adam Schefter, who's got more on this pick.
Mid-season struggles look to have doomed his draft prospects as he put up lackluster numbers in several consecutive games. As a result of his consistent poor play, several scouts decided not to show up for his pro day. When word of this reached draft experts like Matt Miller, he began free-falling in several influential mock drafts. Scouts that decided to attend his pro day were treated to a show of sheer athleticism. They saw a player that looked like he had a chip on his shoulder, one scout even telling me that seeing the negative media attention may have been the wake-up call he needed to take his game to the next level. He now will have the opportunity to prove his doubters wrong in the NFL, but a part of me wonders whether or not he'll play with the same passion and intensity once the doubters are silenced.
Sounds like if he's got motivation, he'll be real good.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock.
Yeah, guys, after losing Jarrell Casey,
Broncos are now on the
and Nate Washington, two big players.
are now on the clock.
We gotta prove something
The
that we're still good without them.
now on the clock.
Zach Menberger's gonna be great, I believe.
The Bengals are now on the clock. The
Seahawks took 2 in a row. Okay, our pick is coming up
are now on the clock.
very soon.
Buccaneers pick is in. Let's go to Adam with more on Gilmore.
Ah,
A linebacker who LeVar Arrington says reminds him of himself, this kid is an explosive defensive talent. Sadly for fans of college football, his career came to an abrupt end after he suffered a grade 3 groin tear while attempting to make a tackle. After surgery, weeks of intensive, platelet-rich plasma therapy, and months of strength training of the affected area, he looked like his old self when he took the field for his pro day. Some scouts in attendance even felt as though he looked stronger and faster than before the injury. I'd expect him to get reps with the first team defense come training camp, and don't be surprised to see him starting in week 1.
dang, he sounds like he's really good.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Eh,
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock.
okay, now it's time to make our pick. Jeez, so there goes that option of taking him. Scouted. Wow, we lost the cornerback. Who did the cornerback go to? Who was it that we were looking at? Drafted. And I didn't want... I wanted someone that wasn't drafted by corner. I'm trying to remember who it was. Gerard Briscoe. That might have been him. I'm trying to remember. For some reason, I cannot remember his name now. He was projected to go really early in the 4th round. I don't know, it's whatever. Let's just get back to our pick real quick. And let's decide what we're going to do. Let's check out the ones we have scouted that are still available, obviously. Okay, we can take a wide receiver now. And Hope McClendon's still there, because that's somebody I'm interested in taking. And I believe it was Huerta that I was thinking of taking here. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I have drafted a right outside linebacker. Okay, so let's see. Let's check out left outside linebacker real quick. Huerta, I believe, was still very good. He looks like he's still very solid. So he goes in the 6th round. He's supposed to. So hopefully we can take him next pick, and that'll still work out. As for strong safety, we might need to take McClendon now. But we need a wide receiver. We are missing some depth at wide receiver. And the fact that both these guys, why are both these guys still here? I mean, they might continue to fall, which would be great for me. But if they both get picked up, that's a problem for me. And I don't want to get screwed out of these guys. So I need Turner, McClendon, and I believe it's Huerta. So what I might do is take Huerta now, McClendon now, Huerta after that, and picked up a wide receiver at the very end and just hope for the best. And hopefully that'll work out. Ah, jeez. Okay, let's go for it. McClendon, then Huerta, then wide receiver. And hopefully that'll work. Hopefully it'll just work out. Now, hopefully I'm making some good choices.
The Panthers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock.
Yeah, guys, I think we picked some pretty solid players, mostly defensive, but, you know, want to keep our solid defense. We're definitely going to get a wide receiver before this is all over with.
Are now on the clock.
And hopefully it'll just work. It'll work out and work on offense more next season.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
And it'll just work. I haven't been paying attention too much to who they're picking.
Packers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Hendricks, nice name.
The Bills are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock.
It's tight end.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Isn't that ironic?
The Lions are now on the
Wide receiver blue.
The Broncos are now on the clock.
Safety. Wide receiver.
Titans are now on the clock.
Okay, let's make our pick. I believe that he is still there. And let's check there. Wow, there's a lot of wide receivers left. Okay, Huerta's still there. And our boy Turner's still there. Honestly, I think we'll be fine picking Huerta up. Should be good with that. Please. Alright, now give me a second. And hopefully that'll just work out. I am having sudden memory loss for some reason. Okay, so he'll be a good backup. Do we need a left side linebacker? Or can we take a corner? Are there even... How many available corners are there? And I have no idea about any of these guys. That'd be a serious risk. No full safety still there. No strong safety still there. They're all picked up. I'm trying to think. I have Gooden at left side linebacker. Backup. Huerta's still there, and I just don't know if he's gonna be good. But do I need him? That's the question. Or should I pick up 2 more wide receivers and then just hope for the best for them? Man, I don't know what to do. I think. What round are we in? After this one. So, here's what we'll do. We're going to take a risk here. We're going to take a serious risk. There's no good quarterbacks. There's a lot of talented running backs, but we don't need a running back, not at all. A lot of wide receivers shot down. I'm just gonna try to look through and see where these people are supposed to be going and hope. Just gonna look through. Huerta, man, I might just pick him up. A lot of the other best ones are just kind of gone. Myrick. Ingram. Okay, I think I'm gonna pick up Huerta. But I don't know if we need him. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Do we need Huerta? I have Gooden and I have Akeem Ayers. I think those two will be fine by themselves. I got myself. Man, should I get a backup middle linebacker? I should have spread out my points. I could even get a cornerback, but we don't really need cornerback. So it's either middle linebacker, I'm thinking, or left side linebacker, and then my last 2 picks. I'm thinking about put some faith into Von Lucas, Gary Russ. Jeez. Yeah. And then my last 2 picks will go to wide receivers, and hopefully they'll work out.
The Giants are now on the clock.
I had no draft information. Hopefully it'll work out. Last 2 picks are going towards wide receivers, guys.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Where to get drafted next? Yeah, not a big surprise. We have enough left side linebackers. I just should have thought about that one more, to be honest.
The Jets are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
I'm just hoping too many wide receivers do not get picked up.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Jamal Turner. Wow, they finally picked him up.
Are now on the clock.
Okay, it's fine. They got plenty of wide receivers that should have been gone by now. I honestly think there'll still be some good ones when we get there. I'm not going to trade up just because I don't think it's fair to trade up against a computer, of all things, to be honest. That's kind of
The 49ers are now on the
kind of a jerk thing to do. Especially considering I'm the only player here, so that'd be kind of new. Beecham.
Cardinals are now on the clock.
Myrick. That guy I was looking at. I like his name, to be honest.
With more on Cobb.
Oh.
The field position battle is a key to success that rarely gets the attention it deserves, and it all starts with the punter. And if there's one thing this specialist has a knack for, it's placing the ball behind the 20-yard line. He may not have the strongest leg among prospects, but if you look at his averages, he almost always puts the opposing team in an unfavorable position. I would take that consistency over leg strength any day. And it looks like the coach and GM agree with me.
Wow, okay. That sounds pretty cool. Cardinals getting themselves a good team together, man.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
They stick around as a linebacker.
The Patriots are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock.
Okay, let's go look at what wide receivers we got left. See how good they're going to do. Wow, Priest Blake still has not gotten picked up, and that kind of bothers me. It does, just because he's dropped so much. I don't know, he might still be pretty good. I'm going to pick him up. We'll pick up one more wide receiver. Then we will, in fact, be done for the draft. That'll be absolutely great. We'll get to see the overalls of our players. And,
The Panthers are now on the clock. The Raiders
hopefully it'll work out.
are now on the clock.
Oh, didn't.
The Browns are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Eagles are now
Okay, guys. Last round of the draft. Just wrapping up. We're going to actually have the last pick in the draft. Winning the Super Bowl comes with a cost in the draft. So, I mean,
The Colts are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock.
hopefully too many wide receivers are not picked up.
The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now
Kind of need 2 wide receivers. I kind of like to dabble with the quarterback, but
are now on the clock.
this route late in the round,
Now on the clock.
I don't think it'd be great.
Are now on the clock.
Next draft, we'll probably consider getting a early round quarterback. Hey, look, a kicker. Nice.
The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock.
Okay, time to make our last pick of the draft, and I believe we will get a wide receiver. We'll worry about quarterback next year. We got a good running back. The only depth we're really missing is, in fact, wide receiver. So let's check and see who has the coolest name out of these 5 people. I think at least we got Jaquise Grant, Marshawn Knox, Miyoko Barker, Brett Henry, and Curry Browning. I like Jaquise Grant just because it sounds French. Jaquise? At least that's how I'm going to pronounce it. So we're going to take him. Hopefully it's a good pick. And that's the end of the draft. We have our 6 picks out of the 7 possible. We didn't trade down this season. I mean, I feel like if we traded down, hopefully Armani Cummings is worth not trading down. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, oh. So the end of this video will be showing you the overalls of my rookies and pretty much everybody else. Come on. Off. Okay, so you can't see the overalls yet. So, round 1, we took cornerback Armani Cummings. 2, we got Ja'Cory Paul. They said he was out of shape, so we'll have to see. Strong safety we got in round 4 is Terrace McClendon. We got Gary Russ at middle linebacker in the 5th round. And we got 2 wide receivers, Priest Blake and Jaquise Grant. So let's see. I'm not going to look for like the first 5 seconds. Don't mind me. Overalls. Oh, sweet. We got 2 80s. We got 2 80s. He was worth it, boy. Okay. So, our right side linebacker, as bad as they made him sound, he's still an 80 overall. Armani Cummings was definitely worth it. We got a bunch of 60s. Wide receivers, I mean, maybe they'll show themselves off in the preseason. They'll have to get a spot. Middle linebacker, nothing special. And strong safety, nothing special. But I can't complain too much just because we got 2 80 overalls, which I do some of these on the side sometimes, and I've never gotten that. So I think we did pretty solid. Let's check out the speed of these two. Wow, the size. The size on this man. What's his height? Did they not show their height? Okay, it's alright. We'll figure it out later. Production grades. What? Okay, anyway. Let's check out the speed. Let's check out the speed. I need to know. I need to know the speed. 89. That's pretty dang good. Get 91 at a strong safety. 90. Okay, these two need to be higher. Wow. Okay. Nice. I like it. Power move. This man got a 72. Could be better. Could be worse. Okay, let's check out man coverage. This man got an 85. I like it. Jumping. 91. Wow. Ironically, the lowest ones go to the 2 wide receivers. Let's check out the catching. Catching is a 68. Could be a lot better. But, you know, he is a cornerback. So, let's check this out. What were we really missing from these guys? Let's check out. Where's your zone, man? Need to find the zone coverage. I feel like that's one of the last things. Hello? It is the last thing. 82. So, that's pretty dang good, I think. Let's check out some of this other stuff. His spin move's 80. That's ridiculous. Release. Wow, our wide receivers really don't have that good a release. Pursuit's a 69. Anyway, press 83. Personality got the highest one here. Pass block. Not really worried about that. Okay, so their highest is a 79 overall, still pretty good. Tight end from USC. That is their highest. They got a 76 overall wide receiver, 73 overall right guard. I remember them talking about McDonald. Bears, let's check them out. 80 overall left side linebacker and Brendan Long. We got a 78 and Dimitri Manning. Bengals, highest is a 78 right end, Chisholm. And Mahone is a 76 overall center. Bills, highest 79 overall running back, Edwards. They got a 2 72s and a tight end left end. Broncos, highest, wow, they did not do good this draft. They got a high 71 wide receiver. That's their first rounder too. Jeez. Highest for the Browns, who had so many picks, mind you, was a 76 wide receiver, Bell. First rounder and second rounder were a 72 and a 73. The Buccaneers, highest they got was a 275. It's one, the left side linebacker, Gilmore, who we were kind of interested in. He probably would have been a good pick if he would have made it to the end of the 4th round, he would have been a good pick over whoever we did pick. Quarterback Quarles, who they were talking big about, ended up being at 76 overall and the highest for the Cardinals. So, I mean, Cardinals did decent. Chargers, Coley, left outside linebacker, 1st round pick, 80 overall. They also got Casey Bernard, 77 overall, left in. They did good. And then for their wide receivers, 70, 67, and 66. So decent. Chiefs got 2 76s with a right end and a wide receiver. And a 75, another wide receiver. Now you got the Colts. Wow. Jeez. Whoa. 85 overall left in. Wow, he is almost as high as overall as Ayers, who is at 88. That is that is an amazing pick. Wow. Jeez. Cowboys' highest was an 83. Left outside linebacker. Wow, left outside linebackers are crazy. And you got Devante McClure, 80 overall cornerback, just like our own. It's funny because my cornerback being 80 overall puts him as the 2nd highest cornerback on my team. Steven Peppers, 80 overall cornerback, my Jesus. Jarrett Dunbar, 78 overall running back. Okay, Eagles. Let's check this out. 85 overall left tackle, 80 overall left outside linebacker. The left side linebackers and the cornerbacks absolutely crazy in this draft. The Falcons are going to get a 76 overall tight end. And the next highest after that is 74 overall right end. 49ers now. 79 overall is their highest left tackle in the 1st round. Next highest, 76 wide receiver, Skinner. Giants. 80 overall cornerback, Margarito Knight. They also got a 78 overall quarterback in Mendoza. Oh wow. 5th round, 82 overall, right guard. They're going to be a solid team this year, I think, at least. They didn't do good at all last season, if you can't tell, because they were the worst team in the league. But they got some good players to refresh themselves. Wow. Pretty bad draft for the Jaguars. Highest was a 76 overall right outside linebacker in DJ Beck. The Jets are going to get 80 overall quarterback Boone. 5th pick, wow. And 75 overall cornerback in Byers. And the 5th round, McKenzie, 81 overall cornerback. So it looks like they're going to be set for cornerbacks at least. Lions, highest was 77. 4th round, left tackle Goodman. Wow, they had weird draft. 3 7th round picks, a 2nd and a 4th. Hopefully they have a lot more next season to make up for that. Highest was a 77 overall for the Packers, and he was a left end. That was got a 75 overall middle linebacker. Panthers got an 83 overall left tackle, and that is just about the best thing they got. They got the only other 70 they got was a middle linebacker, Farrell. Yes. Patriots, 78 overall, Savoy, wide receiver. This is about the best thing they got. Raiders, let's check them out. 78 overall, tight end Bernard. Okay, Rams now. Let's check this out. 78 is the highest in the 1st round, tight end Perkins. Ravens are going to get a 72 overall Okafor right end and a 72 overall D tackle Keller. Redskins, 80 overall right guard Ryan and 78 overall left side linebacker Dial. Saints, my boys, got an 81 overall cornerback in the 1st round, Morrison. 81 overall cornerback in the 1st round, again, right before we went, Ferris. And a 79 overall in the 1st round. Also, the 3 1st round picks went big. 79 overall wide receiver. Besides that, not too hot. But those first 3 picks in the 1st round did them well. Seahawks got an 80 overall in the 2nd round, cornerback Rodriguez. A 77 overall in the 1st round, left in Hunter. And a 77 overall in the second round, D-tackle, Norris. Also got a 76 overall in Roberts, wide receiver. Steelers now, 79 overall, left tackle, and a 76 overall right end. Texan, 80 overall quarterback in Mitchell, 78 overall full safety, and that is it. So that is it for this draft, guys. Absolutely crazy. I think we did decently well. First and second round went good. After that, it was kind of ugh. But, yeah, let's do the roster readjustment. And hopefully it'll work out. Let's take a look at the roster, and then that'll be it for this one. No, that is not what I'm looking to do. I'm just going to go do this myself, so I don't accidentally release someone I don't want to release. Let's go to the depth chart real quick. Let's see. Auto reorder the depth chart, yeah. Okay, Whitehurst is better than Wilson. I've always thought so, just by the way they play. So I'm going to put Whitehurst over him. Running backs, Bishop Sankey does take the number 2 spot. Edlington will have the first. Going to the preseason, yeah. Of course, wide receivers, you got Kendall Wright, Justin Hunter, Dexter McCluster, Jarrell Jernigan, Priest Blake, and Jaquise Grant. Honestly, my main wide receivers that you're looking at right now probably will be the ones to start, unless Priest Blake and Jaquise Grant can show me something big. What is their catching? That will matter. Oof. Not a great catching. I have seen worse, though. I have seen worse, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. You might show me something big, though. They might. You never know. Never know. Okay, let's check this out. Tight end stayed the way it was. Left tackle. Left guard. Center. Right guard. Right tackle. Left end stayed the same. Right end stayed the same. I'm really glad we picked up Cofield because we did not pick anyone up in the draft. Where's Gooden? My man Gooden. You need to be way up here. What are you doing? Where's the boy that I just moved? That's Corey Paul. There you go. You can be the third backup. Middle linebacker. I think we'll be fine. We picked up Gary Russ, who ended up not being great, but you never know. He might just show up. Let's check out some of these stats. Tackling's not great. Hit power's good. Block shedding's not great. Speed's pretty good for middle linebacker. Power move, finesse move could be better. They're about the same. Pursuit. I mean, he might show up big. His zone's pretty good. His press is not. But his catching is pretty good. Okay, so I mean, we might see something big. We'll see in the preseason if these guys are going to impress me or if they'll be. Very few to look at that. So, right side linebacker. I had Gooden starting, but where's... Let me move Paul up real quick. So we got Paul starting now. I honestly think we'll see big things from this man. I really do. Play rec's not the best, but that comes with experience. Speed's the best. He can in fact get time. So when it came down to cornerbacks, let's take a look at this. Cummings. Actually, let's put him here, because that way he'll actually get a lot of time, and this. definitely. So Michael Griffin is still going to be starting with us. Huff, you got McClendon, who I'm going to put him over Huff, let him get some time. Hopefully it'll work out. Production, zone's decent. Player X not great. Tackling, not that great. Pursuit, okay. Launching, not really a big thing. Hit power is pretty good. Jumping is really good. Catching is wow. This man, if he gets better, can be an interception machine. Oh my goodness, that's better than the wide receivers we just got. And his speed is phenomenal. Oh man, this is wow. This man, I mean, eventually, man, this is crazy. Eventually, Pollard's going to retire. He's 9 years in. We just got a rookie with, I mean, this man could be amazing. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and a comment down below for our 280 overalls and what could be a very good, strong, full safety, my bad. Honestly, I think we're going to be doing really well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and a comment down below. Subscribe if you enjoy my content. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DemonRushGaming, and I am out of here.